who listens to this or who watches this.
Nice. Okay.
That's what I do.
Okay.
I
And
love
he's
people.
in Dunwoody.
Doraville.
Doraville. Okay. Doraville.
But the beauty of what I do is I'm also I'm technologically savvy. So I do Zoom web conferences as well.
Okay.
So, and just FYI, for those of you who might be out of state watching this, I'm licensed in Georgia, Alabama, New York, South Carolina, Tennessee, Illinois, Arkansas, and Maryland.
Nice.
So I know you're like, what the heck? But yes, I'm licensed in all those areas.
Okay.
So those of you who are in those areas, we can have a conversation. Now, mind you, you can be anywhere, and I can give you some knowledge. It doesn't matter where you are. But if you want to implement the strategies, I'm licensed in those areas where I can actually legally implement those strategies for you. Okay.
Repeat those areas again.
Okay.
So
Georgia, Alabama, Arkansas, Tennessee, Illinois, South Carolina, Maryland.
Okay. Nice.
So.
Okay.
Hey, it's me, babe. Come on.
Okay, so what other plans do you have for that's going on with you for your business, for your I know you said that you having 10 other spots to open up?
My objective is to have 10 brand new agencies open in 2019.
Okay.
And that's a minimum standard. That's not a maximum standard. If we get more, then phenomenal, we'll get more. The average income of a person who runs an agency in my through our company makes an average of $110,000 a year. For most people, that's life-changing amounts of income. But the goal is, I want to empower people to be able to live. Too many people, they live paycheck to Sunday. They don't live paycheck to paycheck. By Sunday, that paycheck is gone, and they got to figure out how to get to the next paycheck. One of the biggest things that I teach people how to do is I teach them how to have a higher amount of income, but then also have a lot more freedom of time. See, I know a bunch of people that make $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year who are not in business. They work at a job, and that job owns their time. I make $100,000 a year, and I live free. I took 4 vacations last year.
And see, I was on a job. I was making right at $90,000 a year, but I had no time to do what I wanted to do for myself. No time. Even when I tried to take a vacation, the manager called me on my vacation the first day and was like, "Hey, I need for you to come in because they're messing up back here." So
I've been like, figure it out, click.
Yeah.
No, that's what I would have done. But
so,
the most precious commodity that you own is your time. That's the one thing you can never ever get back.
Yeah, exactly.
So why would you give it to an institution that, first of all, can drop you like a bag of dirt whenever they feel like it? Why would you dedicate that time, effort, and energy to them? Give them your best years, your strongest years, your most productive years. Why would you dedicate that to an institution that's going to milk you for everything that you have and then discard you like you were nothing after 30 years and replace you with somebody to do it all over again? That doesn't make any sense to me. That just doesn't make sense to me.
They'll replace you with somebody that doesn't have to do really anything because you done did all the work at the beginning.
Exactly. It's like so many of us, we sacrifice our dreams to help other people live their dreams.
Exactly.
It's like, why? So many people, they like, man, I wanted to be an actress, a singer, but that doesn't make any money according to them. Well, if you had more time to dedicate to your craft, who knows? You could be the next Denzel Washington. You could be the next Beyonce. You could be the next this person. But most people don't have time to dedicate to their craft because they got to work this 9-to-5 job, and they got to fight traffic, and they got to do all this crap, and they got to pay bills with this, which they're just paying, and they got to wait to take a vacation if you have seniority at the job, and somebody who doesn't have more seniority takes that spot and pushes you out for another 6 months.
Or if you just your boss approves you to get the vacation.
Which is nonsense, man. Like, we're
They can
adults,
say, no,
man.
it's denied because we need you here that day. You know?
Like, I can't imagine. That's why I never liked working for people, ever. Because I don't like people controlling my time and controlling my life. I told you I have 4 children.
Yeah, yeah.
If my children had an event, an award ceremony, you're not going to tell me you can't go.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me. I'm an adult. You're not my parent. I only got one mom and one dad. Those are the only people who could tell me what to do. And you, boss person who thinks you God's gift to the workforce, you're not going to be able to dictate to me what I'm going to do with my time.
Exactly.
And that's why I'm an entrepreneur, and that's why I never like working for people.
And that's actually why I started my, own stuff, which when I was younger, I started doing hair and stuff first. So I've been doing hair and making money
You've
ever
been
since I was a
hustling,
little
man.
girl.
You're an entrepreneur.
And then I started making like other things, but I'm not going to mention now because we're working on them now.
Okay.
So basically,
So
like I said, never
cooking.
underestimate the power of play. When kids be playing on these things and stuff, they might end up doing it when they get grown. Everything that I did as a child, I'm doing now, but I'm getting paid to do it.
Ain't that something, man?
My teachers used to put me in the corner all the time, say I talk too much, I get paid to talk.
Look, come on, man. Look at this. Can't let the haters hate on you.
Exactly. Little stuff for me building when I was in school, and I was like, I'm going to have this when I get. Now I'm actually working on it. I got people that is actually, creating the stuff that.
See?
So it's a lot of things. So my thing was always to work hard. So I was always on somebody else's job or somebody else's business and working hard to help them to, for me to do a good job helping them, and now I feel as though it's